đi xem phim nhiều nhưng liệu các bạn có trả lời được hết các câu hỏi này hay chưa?
Hãy cùng xem hết video này để biết câu trả lời của chúng mình về chủ đề movies và phim nha.
Do you believe in movie reviews?
Well, to be honest, I do not believe in those things because actually movie reviews does sometimes they go through some main features of the movie, but it would be okay if the reviewer just do not, add some
or like cut.
No, they add some personal opinion on the features, and they like, okay, I think this is because they just do not understand the meaning behind the scene, and they just talk about something that's just wrong, and I really don't like that. So yeah.
Well, I would say that movie reviews for me, they are like a shortcut. They are like a shortcut to understanding the film, because I myself am quite lazy and I don't quite spend much time on watching the whole movie. And I take a rather neutral perspective. And so I would just be more selective in my attention to the movie reviews. But I still highly regard them reliable. Yeah, and I kind of to a certain extent, I believe them. I believe in movie reviews.
What movies do people in your country like to watch?
Oh, okay. I think Vietnamese people often go for some kinds of movies such as romantic movies, yes. Sometimes horror for some couples, yeah. And maybe lifelike movies. Recently, there are some movies like Trấn Thành movies. Yeah, it's quite popular, and many people around me talk about that, so I think. And for me, it's romantic movies that really attracts me. Yeah.
Right. I think that people in Vietnam have a tendency similar to international viewers, I guess. So for example, movies from Marvel, or action and young adult fiction and so on. Yeah, I think that Vietnamese people really enjoy those types of films. And I myself, unlike Luyện, I don't really like romantic movies that much. I often I tend to watch movies that is very action packed, and fast paced. That's just me.
Are historical films popular in your country? Why?
Are they popular? I think that they're not exactly that popular, from before and from in the past until now. It's not really that popular. One of the reasons is probably because, well, first of all, I think it's about the price. So it's kind of costly to sort of recreate scenes from history, and the budget that we have to give for the historical documentaries and films, it's quite high. Yeah, and so it's probably one reason. And another thing is that Vietnam historical films have not done a really good job in they haven't done a really good job in making the story more alive. They only retell the history in its way, and they don't base on it to build a very lively and more enlightening story for the audience. And that's my opinion why they're not that popular.
Do you think films with famous actors or actresses are more popular?
Definitely, yeah. And I think that this is not just in our country, not just in Vietnam, but also in other countries. Because with famous actors and actresses, it kind of gets you more curious, and gets you more involved because you know who they are, and it might be someone you've admired, you've watched from when you were a kid, and they're famous, and their reputation is very huge. They have widespread fame, and so they are highly recognized, and we all know how they act. We know what their skills are like, and we are more familiar with them. And of course, I think that those movies will attract more, especially youngsters nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Tu Anh about that. Because, these celebrities, even though the ones that I don't I'm not a fan of them, yeah, but I know that they are a good actor or actress, I would like, oh, okay, this actress is on this movie, so it must be a good one because she's so famous and she always makes a good choice of movies. Yeah, so I'm gonna watch it because I believe in her choice of movies. Yeah, and for some celebrity that is my idol, I would definitely support them by watching their movies.
Yeah.